Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Spina Bifida Guide to Hope. My name is Leilani, and today I would like to discuss bowel program. Now this is going to be kind of a mini 3-part series. I am only talking about my personal experience. I am by no means a medical professional. I am only talking about my personal experience with bowel program. Now, this first video of bowel program is going to be about my first bowel program. My bowel program started around the same time that it was found out that I needed to be cathed, which I talked about in a previous video. So I was about a month old or maybe a little older when starting my bowel program. When I was about a month old, my mother first started me on baby suppositories. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail of what baby suppositories are. All that I am going to say is that they are dissolvable capsules. They are not oral capsules, so you can kind of figure out where it does go. Now, I believe that the baby suppositories were done up until I was maybe about 4 years old. Once I was 4 years old, I was started on a laxative. Now, of course, at 4 years old, I didn't know how to swallow pills, so the laxative was given to me in a liquid form. My family would have to mix it in my foods or a treat like ice cream in order for me to drink it, because I didn't really, I guess, like it too much to drink it on its own. So they would give it to me mixed into my foods. That was done up until I was about 8 years old. Now when I got to be 8 years old, I still was on laxative, but not in liquid form. I then eventually at 8 years old went into the pill form of the same laxative. Now for the pill form, I was afraid to swallow pills at 8 years old, so my family would have to, again, take the pills and they would crush them and they would mix it either into, I remember it being mixed into pudding and also into orange soda. Now, because of that, just a little mini fact, I today still do not like orange soda or pudding, because my medicine was mixed into those two things. So for me personally, it kind of ruined it. So now today I don't like those two things. Now I had this done for me with the pills being crushed and mixed into either pudding or orange soda up until I was about, I would say, maybe 13 years old. I was afraid of swallowing pills in fear of choking, which doesn't actually happen from my knowledge. So I didn't swallow the pills and they had to be crushed for me up until I was about 13, and then finally at 13 years old I got the courage enough to start swallowing the pills, and I did this form of bowel program until I was 15 years old. Now when I was taking the pills and I got a little older, I did start getting a bit stubborn with my bowel program, so I would only take the laxative pills once a week, which I do not recommend for anyone. It is very dangerous to only go to the bathroom once a week. That is very dangerous. I unfortunately was just a very stubborn child, and I didn't like taking pills, I didn't like taking medication, so I would give my parents a hard time, unfortunately, and I would only take my laxative once a week. It is very important to go multiple times a week, if you can, every day. Do your bowel program. Now, like I stated earlier, this program I did up until I was about 15 years old. This was my first form of a bowel program. I went from being a baby and having the suppositories, then I went to liquid laxative, then I went into pill form of the same laxative medication. Now at 15, I was kind of tired of taking medication, and my doctors were concerned about me only going once a week. They wanted me, of course, to do it more often. So at 15 years old, they ended up putting me on a different bowel program that did not require for me to take medication. Now, I'm not going to touch on that specific program in this video. I will talk about that specific program in next week's video. If you would like, please leave a like, a comment, and share this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!